Aksha just fall down to the backline just because there's a carry there.
Yes, yes, like what we've said, right? The true damage. Meanwhile, Philippines, they're hovering main heroes here. Okay, so they are now playing it safe. They're playing it safe. They want the team fight, right? They want the team fight. But is this a Bruno pick? It's the only marksman left for the side of Philippines. Okay, that is it.
And it's a cameo for someone on the Ascal side.
Yes.
My brother.
For the football team.
For the football team.
It's for the football Southeast Asian Games.
Okay.
But you're watching Mobile Legends.
But this is Mobile Legends and Philippines. They have a really strong lineup. And Indonesia, they have their own strategies as well. And they would go for the Akai. And
well, man, in terms of draft, I'm not being biased here, but Team Indonesia, for me, got the win this time because for Team Philippines, yes, they do have a good draft, but for them to win, they need to buy time for this Bruno. Bruno is not that good in the early game against a Tams, against an Akai, and probably against their marksman, the Granger, right?
And this is where Team Philippines should stand together. Kagura and Export, they have a lot of pressure on their hands and they really need to find a way to create space for these two heroes that they pick.
Yes.
Their two cores can't really fight into the early game, and what they aim for here is the mid to late game spike.
Yes.
Well, for the side of Indonesia, they're well balanced. They have early, mid, and late game.
The battlefield.
I think that is about who will get the first statue shocker of this game, because the Esmeralda and the Kagura, they heavily rely on these pops to get themselves going in terms of picking off heroes. So here we go, all troops deploy. We are now inside the Celestial Palace. Both of the teams going for the two-man strategy in the mid lane.
And look at how these teams just go for the zone out. On the blue corner, we do have the Philippines. On the red, we have Indonesia.
We have Indonesia. So here we go. Astro Mayor and Nepomuceno going in for their own statue spinner and statue chopper. And man, look at this. Nepomuceno saving time, even lasting the Crimson Lizard to get that quick experience here.
Efficiency and discipline. Nepomuceno just showing us that he can be as explosive in the clashes as he just takes down those jungle monsters. But right now, he will go for the dash out and clear down, actually missing that Tyrant range.
He's waiting for that ultimate. After this level 4, he can probably go for that quick dive here in the top lane. Villa, he has the crowd control, but meanwhile, we need to focus here in the bottom side. It is Juliato versus Arcangel. Again, the Bruno will have a hard time against the spellbound of the Stamps.
And Granger here just clearing out the waves. Villa having a great time onto the top lane. Castro Mayor just really helping the Nepomuceno secure everything that he needs. And it's very important for a Kagura to scale up in terms of levels, because one of the things that you have to look at is the cooldown coming out from his skills. If he can throw it as let's say 2 or 3 times, that is going to be very helpful in the coming fights.
Plus, all of your enemies are melees, right? So it is clear that Kagura has this certain type of advantage in terms of range. Meanwhile, both of the supports here, some of the supports here are trying to create space and probably spot out heroes on where are they going to rotate. But we did not see this. Arcangel was forced to back out. So he walked all the way in the bottom lane just to regain this confidence in terms of leveling up.
Red One just charging up that falling star moon, and he will fall to the middle lane just to clear out the waves. And this is going to be the very important objective onto the top lane. It's going to be the turtle, and both teams are eyeing that. Philippines wants to go for the steep, Indonesia really wants to secure.
And who will go for the initiation play? That is the warning ultimate coming in from Bataanon.
The warning shot.
The warning shot. Just faking it out, but man, this is Stamps' game for the taking. Julianto having the time of his life here in the bottom lane. This is the second statue shocker in the red side. Fire Sticks coming in as insanity for the side of Team Philippines. The statue shocker is still alive. Indonesia. First blood coming in from Nepomuceno, but meanwhile the Joe will fall down. Also as the Export, Arcangel is here for the volley shot to follow up that Team Indonesia having this advantage in the first stages of our match.
Indonesia, they actually handled that well. Esmeralda there didn't really, get a lot of those kills that they got. But
Launch
at the same
attack!
time, Philippines here, they should be looking at their positions. Indonesia wasn't really prepared for that, so they got an easy pass out of it.
Yes.
They didn't really get wiped.
Yes.
But at the same time, when you use the last insanity, you didn't really get the buff, you didn't really get anything. But right now, Astro Mayor really wants to get kill on Greyhound. Greyhound here will just go down. The pressure is on for the side of Indonesia.
Okay.
And Putra here will get out alive. Goshen still wants to kill the Pamuseno, but Bataanon.
Bataanon with the rollout, pops that ultimate. He is burning the dance floor. Meanwhile, Christian will just back off. That is a counter. Go coming in from Red 1. Bataanon is falling low. This little of health. That is, of course, the revenge kill from this Esmeralda. Meanwhile, we are 4 minutes in, and this is still the first turtle of our game.
And this is a very active map right now. Everyone is being proactive. Nothing let's say in terms of the time, nothing is being wasted right now for both of these teams. They really tried to get everything that they can. But Villa here with the dash player out, he will survive.
Yeah.
Villa and Manila.
Villa and Manila is still present here, but in exchange, Indonesia will get their first tower of this game. Both of the teams still eyeing this turtle bomber down. Oh no, he will get cut out. That is an ultimate coming in from Castro Mayor coming in for the last insanity. Meanwhile, Pomoseno and Arcangel just shooting him up. Thumbs away. Oh no, nice ultimate coming in from this Esmeralda. Arcangel, he will fall down. Indonesia, man. A kill for a kill.
He wants a kill, but Putra has something in mind, and Granger will get that kill. Goshen here making the most out of that Bounty Hunter emblem.
Oh my, Team Indonesia still winning fight after fight. But this is killing spree from Nepomuceno. Again, Nepomuceno in the zone on getting kills. He will just fake back. He will just fake out his retreat.
Oh!
Shut down!
Nepomuceno with a sneaky turtle kick. But for an exchange, that is a value exchange. Double kill coming in from Esmeralda. Villa and Manila going toe-to-toe with Putra, and Putra will just disengage with that second skill. 4-7 is our score, man. 6 minutes in our game. Who has the advantage?
Chilling like a Villa. Philippines here, they don't have the advantage in terms of kill score, but at the same time, the presence of Indonesia on the map isn't really that scary.
Yeah.
Considering that they have the Esmeralda, they have the Granger, Philippines can still take a fight and win that fight.
They need to get Nepomuceno because of the extra anti-crowd control of the Rusho Umbrella.
Putra, that was a very nice play. Castro Mayor might actually go down, but the vulnerability rather is there. Firdaus on the other hand, but Anon on the front lines.
This is a 4-on-4 fight. Arcangel going in for the kick, but man, the camera will shut down this Esmeralda. Meanwhile, Bataanon is here fronting up all of the heroes coming in from Team Indonesia. So as far down, fire! Says Castro Mayor. Yeah, that is the Fire Nation's shout.
Double kill.
But Castro Mayor will just fall down. 5-10. Indonesia.
Look at the damage coming up from Arcangel. Putra here might actually go down, and look at that.
Indonesia, they're just too tanky right now because of the spell bounce. And
Arcangel getting caught out. This is bad for the side of the Philippines. And that's going to be a kill on Arcangel. Indonesia getting pick-off after pick-off.
that is the problem, of course, with this Bruno pick. Like what we've said, we cannot kill him
Killing spree!
in the early stages of this fight.
Double kill!
And that is
Turtle
clearly a
resurrecting
shutdown
soon.
for Team Philippines' Bruno. Meanwhile, Indonesia clearly in control of the first 8 minutes of our game, and they will get the second turtle of this one.
Castro Mayor, can he make it in time for the contest? No, he won't. Esmeralda will be securing that turtle. Philippines right now is in a very bad spot. Indonesia looks like they really want to end this game early, and they know that they cannot let the Bruno scale up in terms of items. Villa is having a hard time just pressing the tower just because Esmeralda is always at his throat.
That is one first team. Esmeralda there against the Joe. Julianto setting that up. We are now coming into the late game, ladies and gentlemen. But in terms of items, Arcangel, he's not yet there. Putra is just too confident, tanking out all of his crits. And there you go. That is another 1,000-pounder. He is at the middle of the tier 2 and the tier 3, and he is standing. That is one of Pataanon's moves right there. Okay, Red One with another falling star mode. That is 3 on 4 here in the bottom side. Indonesia clearly leading. Here we go.
Oh, Arcangel.
Okay.
Arcangel, he got missed by Firdaus. Firdaus here will go down. If this is the proper fight of the Philippines, they really want to take this. Granger, Esmeralda, their damage is way too high. Falling Star Moon, they cannot really see where Esmeralda is going to come from, and that was a good back. The Yang overturn will be proc, but it wouldn't really be enough damage to take down the players from the side of Indonesia.
I like the discipline from Indonesia. Just letting Gustian go for the Desonata Pokes plus the Rhapsody. 6 for Team Villa. He still wants to pull off another miracle play. But man, I do feel that Team Indonesia, they have their eyes on him. Look at this. Oh!
Killing spree.
He will die in Red One. You can't do
Lord
that again.
resurrecting soon.
Villa.
But Aaron here trying to save his ally, and Red One here with his ultimate, he will be throwing it out, and he will secure the kill on Bataanon, Julianto, Red One, and Gustian. They're feeling it right now, and they're inside their zones.
Are you feeling it now, Gustian? Here we go, Putra.
Oh my goodness.
Down, Castro Mayor with the clutch ultimate there, but man, we're down, going in.
What a
With the
play.
ultimate, and nice, that's Sonata from Gustian, Team Indonesia.
What a play coming up from Firdaus. If you saw that Tyrant's Revenge, he didn't really push Arcangel near the wall.
Yes.
What he did is he threw it back near his ally so they can secure the kill.
Definitely, that was indeed an assist, but here we go, there's going to be another
Mega
fight.
kill.
Mega kill coming in from this Esmeralda, shutting down the Pomoceno, so there's no damage whatsoever for the side of Philippines. It's now Bataanon, the Bataanon defense is now here, but look at Indonesia. They're with the Lord and they want to finish game number 2. There you go! Indonesia taking this one. It is 1-1 for the grand finals of the 30th SEA Games. Mobile Legends Bang Bang Esports.
And that, as we say, is the fall of Bataanon. But, Manjin, seeing how Indonesia played, this is what we expected from them.
Yes.
This is really what we expected from them. We don't really, we didn't really
First
expect
blood.
less. We knew that Indonesia was capable of shutting down the Philippines' playstyle.
Yeah. And I think they choked them out with the Bruno pick, right? In terms of team fights, the Philippines, they lacked damage in the early game.
And
Because the Bruno was not yet online.
they cannot force these kinds of strategies. If in our own meta we can do this, Indonesia, they will abuse this straight up. They will take advantage of that Bruno. And this is a perfect showing on how Indonesia just cripples everyone if you pick a very questionable pick on your side.
Yeah,
Double
but man,
kill.
this is like game number 1, same situation
Killing spree.
for Team
Double
Indonesia,
kill.
dominating the
Turtle
early
doesn't-
game, playing it safe, and disciplining themselves in terms of backing off and punishing Philippines. And they did very
Mega
well
kill.
for game number 2, and this is quite threatening
Unstoppable.
for Team Philippines. They have their eyes on Villa right now. Villa cannot pull off this split push type of play because again, you have this reach of the Esmeralda and the Kufra